frame. Everything's all Gucci.
Yay.
And I guess we're already live. Damn.
Miss-
It doesn't take a couple more seconds to load up than that, but I guess we're already here now, huh?
Yeah.
I did my intro now. Huh? What's going on, people? This is SOULcast.
Damn, I gotta do the intro. All right, so I'm here.
Well, people, this is SOULcast. It's your boy Silvers. You already know I'm back with another SOULcast number 19. I'm in here with your boy, David Bennington.
What's going on, guys? How y'all doing? How long has it been since the MTR video, right? So almost
about a month.
Almost a month, yeah. But and it's just been really.
By the way, shout out to MTR.
Is he? Yeah, he's still doing well, right?
Hey, everything's going great so far.
All right, cool.
He's doing good.
Cool.
It's just I think it was you saying in the last video. In this day and age, with this variety of cancer, with our medical technology,
he should be all right. If they got to it early, he's gonna be all right.
He's gonna be all right. So yeah, shout out to MTR though, man. Man,
he's gonna be all right. I was worried about the time by which they caught it.
Right.
I was more worried about the time than I was about the
very early stages.
Oh, he's all right. Yeah.
Right.
But now they caught it like when he 8 levels in. I was like, oh, he's gone. So I guess we're just planning for a funeral. So
that'd have been morbid as hell.
I'm not trying to be morbid. I'm saying that's what would happen. We'd be like, oh, he gone. GG's. I don't know what to tell you, homie. Like GG's.
Well, I guess that's a good thing though. That medical technology has advanced things
to a point where
you open that up.
Yeah, to a point where certain cancers don't yield certain results. It's not like we all throwing it up. It's not like all cancers are just being thrown into the same box and being like, fuck you, homie. This is 80s. This is like do you remember
Pokemon? This is Yu-Gi-Oh time, motherfucker.
Right?
You know,
it used to be a time where the cancer just dropped you the end, and it was like, nah, now we can have that conversation.
I think a lot of interpersonal diseases, like a lot of STDs, have gotten to the point where it's like, all right, well, if we can't outright prevent it, we can keep it under wraps,
or at least, we can find a way to not keep it under wraps, but find a way to help you live with it.
Yeah.
To the point, but honestly, I think that also is a problem too, because now motherfuckers just feel the freedom to just do whatever because they can. Because motherfuckers like, oh, you can live with it, nigga. Who wants to live with HIV?
Well, they had this thing where, like, in Los Angeles, it's no longer a crime to sleep with somebody and not tell them you have HIV. Yeah, right. Almost in the show. Right? All right, guys. SOULcast over.
Right. You just sickened me with that statement.
To me, that's the biggest thing ever. It's just like, bro, if you know you have it, you should be criminally penalized if you sleep with somebody and don't tell them. You should be criminally. That should be considered bioterrorism.
That's the definition of bioterrorism, as far as I'm concerned.
Well, in Los Angeles, it's no longer considered bioterrorism. The label is too extreme or too stigmatizing.
It's not more stigmatizing than having it.
Right. But now there's people who could become victims and contract HIV, and they can no longer sue the person who gave it to them.
No, actually, you know what you're doing? You're making it worse. This you want to say you're making it worse because now
they want to make HIV victims feel better about themselves.
No, not even that. Now the spread will be heavier because I don't have to tell you anything.
Oh, you said it's only going to expand further.
It has to expand further. I don't have to tell you anything.
Liberal cities, people.
This is not great. I don't know. That's not even liberal. That's not even liberal city. That's just bad idea. Why do we have to charge that to liberal? I'm a liberal, but I'm not for a bad idea.
Maybe not, but that doesn't mean the rest of liberal-minded people. This is why I don't like living in Houston.
What?
Because I live in a red state in a blue city.
I feel like that's fair. But most of Houston's major cities are blue cities. Most of them.
Every major city is a blue city. Cities are always blue. There's no such thing as a red city.
I disagree. Phoenix, Arizona exists.
Phoenix is a city, but it's not a metropolitan city.
Yeah, it's not.
It's mostly desert.
Yeah, it's not Houston. It's not New York. It's not Washington D.C.
Yeah.
It's not Seattle.
It's not Los Angeles.
It's a
city.
It's not Los Angeles. Sacramento, San Diego, San
Like
Francisco.
most of Texas, 80% of Texas is red.
Yeah.
Houston, Dallas, Austin, blue.
San Antonio, and El Paso.
Blue. Yeah. Blue.
But honestly,
so blue to the point we've gotten so fucking blue where our president's allowed to completely fucking ignore our freedoms and our rights. And he just does it. And now we have 5.3 million workers all across the nation abandoning their jobs because they don't have a choice. Because the president outright said, this is not about your personal freedoms. This is not about your individual liberties. This is not about your freedom of choice. I said you have to do this. And if you don't do this, then lose your job. Biden actually said that. No, Biden made it mandate. If you are a federal employee, fireman,
that's not
police officer.
No, federal employee is very different. Federal employees are essentially he's saying, or are you saying government workers like federal employees?
Federal employee. He said basically if you're a firefighter, a police officer, post office, if you work, anything. If you run metro, anything.
Yeah, if you work for a city,
if you work for the city or state,
state or federal.
Then he said you either have to get vaccinated or twice a month get checked for the vaccine. You do not have a choice. You know what happened in the last 3 weeks since he made that decree? I don't know how the fuck Biden was able to get this through legislation, but he did it. In the last 3 months, 5.3 million workers across the country has abandoned their jobs. And now there's a job shortage in a lot of federal jobs, from the post office to the bus drivers to anything, because people said, listen, I don't want to do this.
I agree.
And I have the right to say, I don't want to do this. But you're telling me because I'm a federal employee, I no longer have the right? That is pushing the goalposts. How long does he say, well, it's only for the federal employees? Oh, well, now it's just for the citizens. And now it's for, listen, one thing I learned, people will always kick the can down the road and move the goalposts. They will always do that. Because you know why? You know what's the hardest part about flattening the curve in the first 2 weeks? The first 18 months.
Yeah.
Because that's how long it took. Keep in mind, it was supposed to take 2 weeks to flatten the curve. It's been 18 fucking months. It's been 18 fucking months. 18. Because you know what? Once you tell the government, they have the right to tell you what you can or can't wear and when you can and can't wear it. I don't care. It's just around your face. Once you give the government the right to tell you what you can or can't wear and when you can and can't wear it, you've already surrendered your freedoms and your liberties. You gave it up. It's gone. And they're not going to give it back.
Yeah, they're not going to give it back. Because why would I give it back?
Why would I give it back? And they took it from you in the name of, it's for security. It's for the greater good. You all know me. I hate the greater good.
I don't hate the greater good. I hate the greater good at the expense of, like, if I'm going to sacrifice myself for the greater good, it's me sacrificing myself.
It's your choice to do it.
Yeah.
When a president outright says, this isn't even today's topic, but I'm not sure if you realize Biden actually did this. He actually did a press conference where he actually said, this is not about your personal freedoms. This is not about your freedom of choice.
You also seen the Hinokami Chronicles?
I'm thinking about getting it. Are you thinking about getting it?
Maybe. I'll see it.
I want to see more gameplay. I want to see more. I'm sorry. I know I just went from political shit to anime shit, but this is SOULcast.
Yeah. There's not enough characters to have a fighting game for me. Listen, Demon Slayer doesn't have enough characters to have a fighting game.
Listen, Shinobu's in the game.
I like Shinobu.
Shinobu's in the game.
Shinobu's in the game. Bad bitch. I love her. Giyu's my
Nezuko's in the game.
Nezuko's in the game. Love her too.
That's all I need.
Do you need more than that?
No, listen.
For a competitive game, you need more.
No. That's all I need. And what I'm saying was, I play fighting games religiously.
Yeah.
I bought fighting games where I've known nothing about the characters, the lore, the story, anything. I saw 1 or 2 characters. I bought the Injustice game when it first came out, 1 and 2, but specifically the first one. When I first saw it, Injustice, a DC fighting game. That's cool. I saw a trailer for Harley Quinn. This is the only character I'm playing with. I bought a $60 game to play with 1 character. I don't need to play with all the other 29 characters in that game.
Even though they're really good characters.
They're great. I'll fight them online.
Yeah.
I bought this $60 game to play with one character.
Yeah.
I can buy a fighting game. I bought Nick All Stars only to play with Danny Phantom. That is the only reason I got the game.
I'm not up front. I got PlayStation Battle Royale just to play with Kratos and Dante.
That's it. That's what I'm saying. So when it comes to fighting games, it's like I will have one main, maybe like 2 subs, maybe 1 sub,
Maybe 1 sub,
maybe 1 sub, maybe so. But I will really have one main. This is the character I want to play. Now I know people who play fighting games or stuff like that casually. I want to try every character out. I don't. I want to play with this one character.
Or I just find the ones who fit my rhythm.
I don't know what's your rhythm. But what I do is like, I will buy a game to play with literally one. I will buy every Street Fighter that comes out as long as Sakura is in it.
Okay, fair enough. Listen. I feel you. I'll buy every Tekken as long as Hooran's in it.
Yeah, which he always will be.
Because Hoorang has been in every.
He actually said, "Imagine a world where you're president
in
the land of the free and the home of the brave. When you're president."
I didn't hear it. Say it.
I'm about to play it. I want them to hear it. Imagine a world when your president outright tells you, "I don't give a fuck about your personal freedom or your personal choice.
You hear it.
I don't care."
First, we must increase vaccinations among the unvaccinated with new vaccination.
I just want to say right now, the way he says the term unvaccinated, I'm not trying to be these people because I hate these people. It's like, well, it's like when the Nazis said that's like such a liberal fucking argument, but it's like that's like the Nazis when they said that, but that really sounds like the way Hitler described the Jews to make them seem like
disgusting people.
Like
but I don't think
people.
honestly, I don't even think it's that. What it is United States of America. You know what I really think this is? This is all desperation. The United States of America is just tired of leading the charge on COVID deaths. Honestly, I think that's what it is.
I'm about to sound like an asshole right now.
Yeah.
We might have the most COVID deaths, whatever, but if I was to pull up the actual numbers,
Brian dying at the same rate as everybody else.
In terms of population density and everything, like
Brian dying at the same
rate as everybody else, but also the amount of people who died is so minuscule. And it's not to say your grandma or your uncle, whatever, who died from COVID doesn't matter. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is not this giant threat to society
that we're making out to be.
They're making it out to be.
I think also
when you live in a nation when you live in a nation with 360 million people documented it. It's not the illegals.
No,
just documented. 360 million people documented, and you're saying 3 million people have died in the last 2 years. 3 million people. They always hang on. 3 million people have died. Well, damn, that's a lot of people. I'm not saying it's not. But 3 million out of 360 million is 1% of the population. Why can I not walk around without a mask? Because 1% of the population. We lose more people from gun violence.
We lose more people from car accidents.
We lose more people from car accidents and drunk drivers. I'm not seeing you trying to ban alcohol over again. So what I'm saying is that they will just tell you 3 million people have died. Oh, I'm not saying those deaths don't matter. But should we shut down our economy and our infrastructure because 3 million people died in the last 2 years?
I would say no.
And that's not saying that if you know someone who's passed from COVID, I'm not saying that person's life does not matter. And this is where they get you, because you can't make this argument without being, so you don't care about my grandma.
No one says no one cares about your grandmother. We're saying to make rules that govern that only account for 1% of the country is a bit of an issue. With that being said, should we do everything in our power to stop the spread of COVID? Yes. But what helps?
Should we trample on our liberties?
No one's talking
He
about.
thinks we should.
No, you know what? I don't hear anyone saying. No one's talking about changing your diet.
Mm.
No one's talking about how the cleanliness of your homes and the cleanliness of your person. I can almost guarantee you there's a distinct correlation between the cleanliness of home and personal hygiene
Mhm.
and a link to COVID. I can almost
Well,
guarantee.
nobody's
those two
also
things.
talking about how the fact that when with this is more so earlier in the year, last year, when the COVID things first started happening, we put everybody who had COVID and we rushed them in home hospitals and nursing homes full of people who didn't have COVID to isolate them.
Yeah.
You're shoving thousands of people with COVID in nursing homes when you already established that the people at most risk are elderly, because the older you get, the slower your immune system gets, the slower your reproductive system gets, and the harder it is to fight off diseases, especially brand new foreign diseases. Listen, people, the flu comes every year and it adapts and it evolves. And we have never cured the flu. We have not shut down the economy for the flu. We do not make people ride the bus and go in the stores and wear masks. We don't do this. Do you know why? Do you know why we do this? Because we already established, listen, as long as you keep your hands washed and you don't cough in people's face and you don't do this, that, and the third, you will not pass a contagion on to them. Personal hygiene
matters.
Beats the most sickness. It beats most sicknesses. Personal hygiene matters.
If you can keep your home and body clean, you'd be surprised at how much that will minimize your ability
to get sick. To get sick. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying your grandma will get. And listen, I know personally. I want to say about 4 people. 4 people who've caught COVID. 2 weeks later, they were fine, perfect. Now they got antibodies and they can never catch it again. And well, actually, no, the virus is mutating and evolving. But guess what? Guess what else does that? The flu. That's why we get a flu shot every year, people. Because viruses mutate and they evolve. And I personally feel like, I'm sorry if I'm a conspiracy theorist, that this was a huge power grab, mostly to keep Trump out of office again. But it was a huge power grab to be like, let's scare the fuck out the public with, oh my God, it's a new flu. But what about H1N1? What about SARS? What about swine?
We got through all that.
We got through all that.
But also, I also think that this is the first thing that, you know what it is too? I think COVID is the first thing that we really didn't know we were going to get through, and that's what scares us. It's like a girl who calls you on a pregnancy scare, and you actually bust a nut in that bitch.
Okay.
So you really don't know.
Can I give you an alternative to that though?
Yeah.
Let's say 100 girls called you on a pregnancy scare, and 98% of them turned out to not be your child.
Yeah.
After a couple of months, and another girl calls you, I might be pregnant by you. How afraid would you be? That might not be my kid. The last 90, out of the last 100 girls, 98 of them, it wasn't my kid. Like, I'm pretty sure this isn't my kid.
I mean, I get you.
If the overwhelming majority of the people who catch COVID survives it, my bad. No, that's not even true. The overwhelming majority of people don't even catch it. But out of the people who do catch it, the majority of them survive it. And the people who don't survive it are either too young to resist it or already on their way out the door. Why are most able-bodied picture of health Americans, why should we be afraid of this virus? Why should I be afraid of a virus with a 98% survival rate? That's an honest question. Why should I be afraid of a virus with a 98% survival rate? So 98, almost 4 million people died. Oh, really? How many people live in this country? Well, I don't know. 370 million people estimated. 360 million confirmed. Maybe 380 million. But bare minimum, 360 million people. Well, 4 million, 380 million people. And this motherfucker is completely, bro, this was tyrannical. I'm about to play this right now. I want you all to hear this before we get to our topic for the day. This is tyrannical. I was going to do a video on this, but it evokes so much passion in me. It evokes so much rage in me Because I have a friend of mine right now who's actually trying to make the choice because he works for HPD. Works in the evidence locker. So when crimes are committed, evidence gets submitted and he sorts it out, etc. But he's being told, hey, either you take this vaccine or into the foreseeable future, however fucking long that is, you will go get a COVID test twice a month. And he's like, I don't want to do that. And I don't want to take this test. I'm in perfect health, whatever the fuck. I don't come in contact with people. I work with 4 people every night. My job is just the cops show up, they submit the evidence, and I sort it. And because I'm a federal employee, you're telling me I have to do this because Biden said so. I don't want to do it. So now he's really trying to decide, will I submit and keep my job or stick to my fundamental beliefs as an American? I have the right to make my own decisions.
Okay, well, I will tell you this. I have a
friend who's a Metro rider. And he's like, I gotta go take this COVID test tomorrow. I was like, damn. It really does affect even on the lowest level of federal. Like, it really does go all the way down, doesn't it? If I worked a federal job, I wouldn't do this shit. I guess I'm losing this job today. Fuck you. I'm not taking no test. I'm not getting no shot. I'm in perfect health. More important, I don't want to.
True.
And I just don't want to. But this asshole right here, somehow, this is the biggest offense of American rights since Obamacare.
I don't know say nothing about Obamacare, but I will say this. This is short-lived.
Telling me I make too much money to not have health insurance? Excuse me? I don't have to pay for something I don't want.
True. What I'm saying is this. Hear me out. This is short-lived. In 2 years, we're going to have another conversation about what this all means, and they will get rid of it. Trust me. 2 years.
They should get rid of it. They should get rid of it. Listen to what this asshole said, bro.
First, we must increase vaccinations among the unvaccinated with new vaccination requirements. With nearly 80 million eligible Americans who have not gotten vaccinated,
so
many said they were waiting for approval from the Food and Drug Administration, the FDA. Well, last month, the FDA granted that approval. So the time for waiting is over. This summer, we made progress through the combination of vaccine requirements and incentives, as well as the FDA approval. 4 million more people got their first shot in August than they did in July. But we need to do more. This is not about freedom or personal choice.
Mr. Bennington?
Awesome. I was trying to listen to what he said.
Any thoughts on what was said so far? Let me play the last 15 seconds.
Incentives. This summer, we made progress through the combination of vaccine requirements and incentives.
Requirements and incentives. Incentives mean requirements, mandates. You don't have a choice. The land of the free, you don't have a choice.
As well as the FDA progress.
One more time.
So the time for waiting is over. This summer, we made progress through the combination of vaccine requirements and incentives.
Requirements and incentives for vaccines. In the land of the free, by the way. I just want that to be understood. My beef with this asshole. Okay. Requirements and incentives. Sure, for vaccines. In the land of the free, the home of the brave. Sure, whatever. Okay.
As well as the FDA approval. 4 million more people got their first shot in August than they did in July. But we need to do more.
So 4 million people made the choice to get the vaccine since July. But that's not enough for me. Personally, it's not enough for me. We need to do more than that.
This is not about freedom or personal choice.
I'm American. Everything is about freedom and personal choice. Do you understand where my rage is coming from?
You know what I'm saying?
Everything is about my freedom and my personal choice. I don't live in whatever backwaters fucking country you come from. I'm a fucking American. If I don't want to do something, I don't have to do it. That's why Obama said, "Yeah, man, you make too much money to not have health insurance, so you owe me $900." I was like, "Tom, wait, what?" Yeah, you just make too much money, and there are people who can't afford health insurance. Okay, so you got to pay for it for them. Wait, time out. I don't want health insurance. Yeah, but you make so much money, so you can afford it if you wanted to. So I'm gonna make you pay for it. Wait. That's what I said. The greatest thing Trump ever did was remove the mandate for health insurance for American citizens. How can you put a mandate on health insurance? If I don't want to pay for something, I shouldn't have to pay for something. Mr. Bennington?
I got you. I'm listening.
No, I just want to know your opinion at this point. I just want to.
Well, here's my thing when it comes to it. It's one of those situations where it's one of those situations where healthcare should be a right and not just a privilege. But
sure, if you want to make it a right, don't make the citizens pay for it.
Yeah,
the government pays for it.
That's what I said. It should, if that's going to be a case, the government should pay for it. When it comes to Biden's vaccine requirements,
it's not about your freedom or your personal choice.
What he's saying, I can't make a decision out of fear. And what he's asking you to do is make a decision out of fear. And the fear, but I think people are making a decision out of opposite fear, which is we don't know what that means. Either way, you get what I'm saying?
If you let them do this,
it doesn't end. It doesn't end.
It doesn't end.
And that's what people are afraid of. That's why they see the problem is we make a decision on fear. You never tell people what to fear. Because you're saying this is what you should be fearing. No, they can fear the very opposite.
They can fear anything.
They can fear anything.
And then what stops us from becoming North Korea or China?
Yeah.
What stops us from becoming North Korea?
Nothing.
Or Venezuela or Cuba. Or what stops that when we let our commander in chief make, how did this get passed?
Oh,
I asked the same question for Obamacare. How did that happen?
You know what happened? I'll tell you exactly what happened with Obamacare. The lame duck session. During the lame duck session, that was the 2 years where a lot of people start voting, and that was when they start voting for the congressman. And no, people start voting for the congressman and president at the same time, right? Every 4 years. That was when the Congress was high blue. So when the Congress is high blue, you get a Republican,
get away with anything.
A Democrat, same thing goes for a Republican Party. When it's high red, they can damn near. That's the time where they can damn near do whatever the fuck they want, and that's when they go the fuck in.
So we can get to points in our legislation where we could pass unconstitutional laws.
Yeah, it's possible. It's possible as long as if you hold the majority, vote in both if one party, which is let's say Democrat Party, holds more seats in the House of Representatives and in the Senate, yeah,
they can just do whatever the fuck they want
for 2 years.
So
for the first 2 years. That's why I say in 2 years he'll be gone, because this is within the first 2 years. He's only been president for what, 6 months, 8 months?
Not even that long.
So give this another year and a half and see where we are now.
But
it all gets faired out. All I'm saying is it all gets faired out in 2 years.
We're having federal employees being forced to quit their job.
I get it. I'm not understanding. I'm not saying I'm not sympathetic. I'm not saying I'm not understanding. I'm saying that
because they're unvaccinated, like they're almost like they're second class.
No, I get everything what everybody's saying. What I'm saying is sometimes in order to win the game, you gotta play the game.
So you're saying it's a long game?
It's a long game.
It's the long game.
Long game. That's all it is.
Okay, well, my question is,
I hate the long game. Listen, the long game. He
shouldn't be allowed to do this.
Long game. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Long game. The day is darkest before the dawn. The day is.
I have two personal friends. One works HPD inventory.
Yeah.
Other works Houston Metro.
Yeah.
And they're like, I'm gonna have to quit my job. Because they both said, I don't want to go get this fucking jab. I don't want to go get this vaccine. It normally takes 7 to 8 years for a vaccine to be created for a virus. You may want 8 months, and you're trying to tell me I have to get it. Oh, but if I don't get it, I gotta get tested for it. And if I test positive, then I have to get it. Whoa, wait. Like, it's like, where's my individual liberties?
I get it.
Life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Are we not all entitled to that?
Yeah.
Well, but if you're a federal employee, you're not.
Okay.
And how long before this dementia having asshole who can't form a sentence without a teleprompter go on to say, well, you know what? At first it was just the federal employees, but now it's the whole country. Listen, they will kick the can down the road and they remove the goalposts. This is what I truly believe, but I'm gonna keep playing this a little bit longer. And
It's about
I want everybody to hear what he said one more time.
Through the combination of vaccine requirements and this summer we made progress through the combination of vaccine requirements and incentives, as well as the FDA approval. 4 million more people got their first shot in August than they did in July. But we need to do more.
More.
This is not about freedom or personal choice. It's about protecting.
That doesn't scare you a little bit?
It does. I'm just not. I just also know the day is darkest before the dawn.
Yo, chat, if that scares you a little bit, let Soul know he's not crazy. But when my president, because I'm not one of these liberal assholes who's like, that's not my president. No, this is my fucking president. This is my president. All those liberal assholes for 4 years. Trump's not my president. No, he's your president.
No, the phenomenon happened. He was the president of the United States. We don't get to pretend like he wasn't.
Yeah.
For this very same reason why it kind of blows my mind when it comes to Naruto. Danzo's not my Hokage, but
no, that nigga was the Hokage.
He was.
I'm pretty sure he was the Hokage.
That was the whole. I feel like this.
Your best argument is, well, he was never officially inaugurated. Cool.
But neither was Noctis. And you know what Noctis is?
The king.
The king of Lucis.
Yeah, the king. So this nigga's my president. And my president is telling me, I don't give a fuck about your individual personal choice or your freedoms. I'm doing what I want to do. It gets scarier. Let me keep playing. Hold on.
Yourself and those.
I just want one more time.
For personal. But we need to do more. This is not about freedom or personal choice.
This is the guy who was the vice president when Obama was bombing 16-year-olds in Afghanistan, by the way. I just want to let you know that, buddy.
Oh, listen. President Obama, when it came to drone strike, now I'm going to defend President Obama.
On his drone strikes?
Yeah.
By all means. But this is a free thinking podcast.
No, I will defend it. Not necessarily defend it, but I understand why he dropped all those drones.
He was trying to take care of, he was trying to, yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
But the real reason is
the Taliban was running rampant.
No, it was more than that. Yeah. How many parents of soldiers want to bury their children?
Too many.
No, how many parents of soldiers want to bury their children? None.
Oh, yeah.
None. So what's easier to do? So, and here's the catch. There's a $400,000 insurance policy for every soldier we send overseas. So I can either send.
Are you saying our soldiers' lives are tax write-offs?
Yeah. Essentially, yeah.
You know how much you just pissed me off by saying that? Like
GG's.
And not that you personally made me mad. We have beef. But it's just the fact that our government thinks of our soldiers' lives as tax write-offs, like they work for fucking Young Money in 2013. like you know,
you little Chucky, bro.
And it's just like
I feel you.
Our soldiers are not tax write-offs.
Here's my response.
Our soldiers are heroes.
So $400,000 a soldier, which gets to the point of almost what billions of dollars. I could send that. I can spend $10 billion for a battalion of soldiers, or I could spend $700 million on a bunch of drones that we can fly unmanned, drop a bomb, and leave.
And damn the Afghanistan Turkish citizens who gets caught in a crossfire. Damn them, right?
Collateral damage. this is what happens when an unstoppable force meets an immovable object. The immovable object is the unstoppable force is America's interest in the Middle East.
So it's the lives of our soldiers versus the lives of citizens in other countries who had nothing to do with anything we're doing over there, who never asked us to be over there. So you're saying the military industrial complex needs to be dismantled? That's all.
I've been saying that. I've been saying that for years. You know that. This is not anything new on my end. I've been saying that. I've been for the dismantling.
I think that's disgusting. I think
I've been on the side of the dismantling of the military industrial complex for years, mostly because when you have an industrial complex, you're telling me it doesn't end. Wars can't end if niggas making money off of it.
Well, that's disgusting. Because our soldiers are heroes.
I agree, and heroes deserve to come home. But as long as industrial complex exists, you cannot stop doing the thing that makes the industry work. Music.
Didn't Tony Stark say the purpose of the fight is to come home?
Once again, but then that was after he was not a military industrialist. When he was a military industrialist, he didn't give a fuck about peace. Yeah, go sell his gun. Like sell his gun. Early days Tony Stark was a villain. It took something dramatic happening in his life for him to become a hero. But he was a villain.
He just wasn't privy to what was happening overseas.
One, he wasn't privy, but two, he didn't care. Once I sell the gun, you didn't shoot somebody with the gun. Did I get paid? Yeah, nigga, deuces. I don't give a fuck. I'll sell this to you.
That implies Tony was a bad person before he
wasn't a good person. He was not a good person. I feel like this. There's very little to tell between Justin Hammer and Tony Stark before Tony Stark became Iron Man. There's very little difference between those two men. They're essentially the same person.
That's a different conversation, bro.
There's a different conversation, but you get my point.
I mean, I see the parallel you're making. There's a reason why Tony Stark has something in him morally that made him realize.
But once again, I'm saying that Captain America don't feel the way he feels about Tony for no reason, and I can guarantee you this: Captain America's not the only nigga in the room that feels that way. So I'm saying
I don't.
Now that doesn't mean
normally this would be the point where normally I would say we don't tolerate Iron Man disrespecting this podcast. Get the fuck out.
Right.
But I understand what you're saying, and I get what you're saying. But like, I will stick up
for Tony. I love Tony too. I'm not anti-Tony. I'm just pro-truth. I'm not anti-Tony. No, because without Tony's transformation, what I'm trying to say is this: without death, the reason why the Son of God is so great is because without death there isn't a resurrection. Tony Stark, the military industrialist, had to die for Tony Stark, the hero, to. No,
he was doing his job.
He was doing his job. No, but I'm saying this: Tony Stark, the military industrialist, has to die for Tony Stark, the hero, to live. Yeah. But if he never dies, this guy can't live.
You said Tony Stark died in the cage and Iron Man was born.
Iron Man was born. But if Tony Stark doesn't die, Iron Man's never born. So yes, I love Iron Man. But that means I have to accept that Tony Stark, the military industrialist, this nigga gotta go. I gotta be willing to take that out. Because I got a greater W.
But Iron Man was born from Tony Stark.
Iron Man is born from Iron Man is not born from Tony Stark. No. I am saying Iron Man was not born from the military industrialist
version of Tony Stark.
He was not born from.
He was born from the moral fiber
of Tony Stark. But you don't get that if the military industrialist.
Until Tony sees what his job.
Until the military industrialist dies.
Yeah. That's a different conversation.
That's what I'm saying.
I get your point. That's a different conversation. I get your point. I love Iron Man.
I love Iron Man too. I'm not anti-Iron Man in this bitch. There's no one who's anti-Iron Man. I'm just pro what the truth is. You gotta take that up. You gotta take L's in life.
The second he saw what his weapons were being used for,
he changed.
Because he was so. You gotta understand, Tony was sold on an idea. Oh, Mr. Stark, you build these weapons for us, and we use them to create peace. And like he said, my dad's idea was peace was the guy who had a bigger stick. And it was just, to him, it was all the idea of just like, well, we're keeping everybody safe, right? Aren't we?
Yeah.
And it wasn't, what if terrorists get our hands on our weapons? What if this happens? Or what if we abuse our power with these weapons and this and that? Those thoughts never crossed his mind.
And
because
the catch, he always had a blind side. To me, he always had a blind side for good people. That's the reason why he built the helicarriers.
Yeah.
He built the helicarriers for
Captain America destroyed them. This story goes so deep.
Yeah.
Iron Man built them, but Captain America destroyed them and went to Soldier.
Yeah. But why did he destroy
because Nick Fury pointed a gun at everybody's head.
And told them to act right. But why did he point a gun at everybody's head? Because he also understood what a lot of people didn't, which is, nigga, that I just seen things beyond my wildest imaginations.
Nick Fury also realized some niggas would just be bad.
Yeah, just niggas just.
Which something Captain America can't understand.
Yeah, some niggas are just
bad.
They're just
bad.
They're just
bad.
They're just
bad.
They're just. They're just.
No. What did Vision say? I'm not good. I'm not evil. I am.
Yeah. But he's different. He's saying I am, and I'm working for the good guys. Some niggas are just.
Just. Ultron is.
Yeah.
I am. Some niggas are just.
Some niggas are just. Some niggas are Psycho Rangers. They're just.
Just. So wait. Are you like bad guys? Just the Psycho Rangers.
Just the Psycho Rangers.
So like, what's your goal? We just
Psycho Rangers. I will fuck your shit up.
Like motivation? No, we just.
I fuck days up. Nigga, I am not a Naruto villain. You can't talk no jutsu me, nigga. I'm boxing.
Yeah, I just.
Fuck you. Fuck you.
Like I just.
Suck my dick. Like
that. But you know what? But we love villains like that.
I love them niggas. Zed. Love that nigga. Ivan Ooze. Love that nigga.
Good evening. I'm the galactically feared, universally despised, globally renowned.
I am.
They call me Ivan Ooze. Pack your bags. We're gonna see you right where you came from.
Nigga, who are you talking
to? Really? Yeah. With Power Rangers.
Whoa! Shit!
Where's my autograph book? The Power Rangers. Wait.
So Jordan still getting kids to do his handiwork.
Jordan still use a bunch of kids to do his dirty work, right?
Meet my kids, man.
Well, meet my kids.
I know, but you know
from this moment forward, the world shall cease to exist.
I am that nigga.
Bro, Ivan Ooze was evil.
Ivan Ooze was just. That's who Nick Fury was afraid of. He was afraid of the Ivan Oozes of the world.
I'm afraid of Ivan Ooze. I'm afraid
because that nigga doesn't. You can't talk that nigga off a ledge. He just.
Yeah, I'm gonna slaughter you and enslave you all.
Why?
Just
because reasons. Suck my dick. No, hey, here's the catch. You know what made that movie doper to me? It probably would have been better as a show. But when you
3-4 episodes?
No. If he gave birth to the Psycho Rangers.
If Ooze gave birth? That'd have made a lot of sense.
Why they have such a beef towards their respective colors? Because they've been beefing with these respective colors since the Mighty Morphin era. And here's the catch. A lot of them niggas carried over. So they've been beefing with the same nigga for a while.
You don't know about the Psycho so much, though? But they were so obsessed with killing the Ranger who shared the same color as them, they will fight each other over it. That's the sole reason they lost, actually.
No,
because they had the Space Rangers beat.
No.
They actually did. But it was like Blue Psycho was like, I'm gonna kill the Blue Ranger, even though Black Psycho had him beat. And now Blue Psycho's fighting Black Psycho, and Blue Ranger gets to run away. And like, oh my god, okay, hold on, should I get the fuck out of here? And it's like, and the two Psychos are fighting, and like, what are you doing? I almost had him. I get to kill the Blue Ranger. And he's like, are you serious?
Yes. I love that. Nigga, I hate him.
They were psycho.
Yeah.
This nigga's a bitch. I'm not, hold on, okay, because there's something I want to show you, because we about to talk about gang members and shit. which is kind of like Power Rangers actually.
Yeah.
But
I really do love the fact.
and that's what gets on E, right?
Yeah, I just love the energy of Just, and that's what Nick Fury was.
But that's
afraid
why
of.
you need to watch One Piece.
I don't know.
Because you know why? Because sometimes pirates just do shit.
Yeah.
They just do shit.
No, but
they just do shit.
No. But here's the catch: the Marines are objectively bad people.
Half of them. No. Okay. That's such a nuanced question. I will say half of Marines do objectively bad things, but they do it under the guise of justice because they believe they're doing the right thing. And then there are other half of Marines that believe we shouldn't be doing this, but we need to do this for justice. And it's like, oh man, we shouldn't be doing this. And it's that dichotomy. But the pirates are always like, nigga, I will do what I want until the day I die, or
and that's
you stop me.
And that's the problem.
Hold on, wait a minute.
That's the problem.
Because some pirates, like the Straw Hats, yeah, I'm gonna do what I want, but maybe what I want to do isn't bad for people. Maybe what I want to do is stop this one asshole from ruling this country with an iron fist because I just don't like him and I want to punch him in the face. And I'm not necessarily a superhero and I'm not trying to help you, but I don't like this guy and I'm gonna fucking kill him because I feel like doing it. And I'm not doing this under the guys like Captain America for truth and justice, but I don't like this guy personally.
Also, on just some me shit.
On some me shit. And by me killing this dude, by proxy will help your nation, your country.
Sure, but
it's like
me.
That's the thing about a pirate. My actions could be good or bad, but also for the Marines, my actions will always be perceived as good, but I could do it in a good or a bad way.
Oh yeah. Listen. I am sure there are some Jedi.
The Straw Hats are criminals, by the way.
Yeah,
the Straw Hats are criminals.
Yeah, the Straw Hats are not good people. Well, I'm sure. Listen.
Thank you.
Yeah, the Straw Hats. But
thank you.
Yeah,
just thank you.
Yeah,
just thank you.
I never believed that. But what I was trying to say is there are. Listen, I play a D&D character who he like upon fighting somebody. You know what he did one time? He used I rolled for a medicine check, right? Mm-hmm. And I made the medicine check. And I said, all right, DM, I am going to take my sword and put it between his 15th and 16th vertebrae and twist.
So every bad person.
No, of course it was to the villain. It was to one of the villains.
That's still a fucked up thing to do.
Horrible thing to do. I paralyzed him from the waist down. The reason why is because he has a capacity to always run away from us after a defeat. So I made sure he never ran again.
Well, see, that goes back to.
But then, no, I didn't finish. Then I fought him. After that's weird. But after he did all that, right? After we questioned him, what I did say is, okay, after questioning him, I would like to make a medicine check. I rolled. I made the medicine check. I cut the parts of his body that aren't necessarily going to kill him. Let's cut the parts of his body that aren't necessarily going to kill him. And he bled out and he was bleeding. As he was bleeding, we just left. Ravenous wolves did the rest. I did all that.
That's the Christian Bale Batman. I'm not about to kill you.
I refuse to save you.
But I'm not going to save you either.
Yeah.
But that also goes back to like I'm pretty sure you heard this movie, I Stood in Your Grave.
Yeah.
The main character of that film, the protagonist, portrayed as like the hero of the story.
Yeah. He was an awful human being.
She was a terrible person.
She was a terrible person.
Now I get it. These guys kidnapped and raped you, and then and they did do these terrible things to you. But you tortured and murdered every one of them individually. Now listen, I understand why you did it, and I'm rooting for you while you do it. But I also understand you're as bad as they are.
Yeah, no, listen. I accepted that Ramsey Kyvan he did horrible things. He was? I was like, if he made it to his end game, which because we're still playing a game, if he makes it to level 20, you know what he's gonna be? He's just gonna be Donzo.
Oh god, that nigga needs to die then.
If
he's gonna become Donzo, literally like verbatim,
he has to go.
Gotta die.
Yeah,
gotta die.
He gotta go. With that being said,
hold on. I not to digress too much because we want to play at the first 30 seconds of the video but it made me so damn mad and we started talking.
No,
because he had the nerve to say this on national TV. He had the nerve to say this.
Once again, long game. And on top of that, he ain't the first president to say or do wild shit.
What, to spit on our liberties?
He's not the first president to do that. He's not.
But he outright did it. And I hate when people say Biden's such a. Oh my God, yeah, Biden. Biden? Like this guy?
No, he's not. Listen,
like this
he's
guy?
not. He's not. Well, hear me out. Please hear me out before you clear me out. I am simply because I'm a Democrat, right? I guess by virtue of voting, but I'm not.
Where you would like the country to go financially and socially makes you democratic.
Yeah,
that's it. That's all that means. That's all that means.
Yeah. Well, financially, socially.
That doesn't mean every Democrat represents you.
Yeah. Like not every Democrat. I think the all the Democrats.
I'm more conservative because of how I am physically. I'm more socially democratic.
Yeah.
But
so
fiscally, I'm more conservative.
That's why I describe myself as socially liberal, fiscally conservative.
I think that works for me as well.
I'm socially liberal. I don't care what people do. I do care where my money's going.
I do care where my money's going.
Yeah, I do care where my money's
I also care what my fucking liberties are.
Yeah.
Also.
Yeah, and that's what it is. I feel like I'm socially liberal. I'm just fiscally conservative.
Yeah.
I care where my money goes. I care where my money.
And even if you're socially conservative and fiscally liberal, I don't know how the fuck that's possible.
Nigga.
Oh no, my bad. That's called a socialist, and you're the devil. And fuck you if you're a socialist. I'm sorry, 25th. I don't care. But like,
it's not even that. I'm not even socialist. No, if you're fiscally liberal, actually, I feel like we're in this fiscally liberal situation now because fiscally liberal situations is how you get a military-industrial complex because you just letting money go wherever the fuck
it wants to go. The socialists they're doing everything wrong.
I am willing to tell
anybody. The communists are doing everything wrong.
I'm willing to tell anybody. Listen, a bad idea is a bad idea. I don't care who came up with it.
I've been telling you guys for years.
This is
the antithesis of soul right here. Even though we get along perfectly fine, and there's things we actually do agree on. We agree on a lot.
We agree on more.
But we also disagree on a lot of things. But like, there's no heat between the two. No, but like, hey, listen. Right now, we're agreeing on one thing. Right now, if you're fiscally liberal,
I have problems.
And this is coming from a Democrat.
I guess by virtue of what they were calling me.
Is this coming from a person who, even if they're in the center, they're more left leaning?
They're more left leaning, yeah.
More left leaning person.
Yeah, I'm more left leaning. With that being said, I care about that's literally you not giving a fuck where your money going.
Because it's credit card.
Yeah.
Credit card.
Yeah. It's not
Big Brother. You don't like Big Brother?
Not the expense of where my money going, nigga. Where is it going? I want to know. I have a right to look at the books.
We should all have
right to look at the books.
Look at the books. That's all I'm saying. Listen, I'm gonna play about a little bit more of this video. We're gonna get to the actual topic for today.
Let's just move on to the actual topic because this is just gonna make you more upset and take us.
No, I'm gonna control myself because the most annoying part. I just want to get one more part out. I don't know how long it'll be though.
It's about protecting yourself and for personal choice. It's about protecting yourself and those around you, the people you work with, the people you care about, the people you love. My job as president,
I just want to say, as an American, I reserve the right to say "fuck the people,"
is to protect all Americans.
Mm-hmm.
So tonight, I'm announcing that the Department of Labor is developing an emergency rule to require all employers with 100 or more employees that together employ over 80 million workers to ensure their workforces are
I just heard something. I thought this only applied to federal employees.
Yeah, he said more than 100 employees.
Anybody with more than 100 employees. Wow. That's kind of scary. But anyway, keep going.
Be vaccinated or show and workforces are million workers to ensure their workforces are fully vaccinated or show a negative test at least once a week. Some of the biggest companies are already requiring this. United Airlines, Disney, Tyson's Food.
You forgot that USPS, the United States Postal Service, outright said, listen, we're pro-vaccine, but we refuse to enforce this.
Yeah.
We refuse because this tramples on our employees' rights. He forgot to mention that. He forgot the fact that Kane, the mayor of Tennessee, Gene Jacobs, formerly known as WWE's Kane, already said, no, this will not be enforced in Tennessee. This was not. I refuse to do this. I'm not doing this to our employees. He forgot to mention that. There are people already saying, this is not constitutional, bro. How are you doing it? Okay, you're a paralegal.
Yeah.
Is that constitutional?
Is it constitutional? He's not breaking any of the Bill of Rights.
Jesus Christ, man.
That's what it is. It's not that what you're saying. Is it constitutionally ethical? That's really a question. Is it constitutionally
ethical? Can't be enforced though.
Yeah.
Ethical can be enforced.
Is it constitutionally illegal? No.
No. So it's not illegal, but ethical can't be enforced.
Ethical can't be enforced because ethical is a matter of
personal opinion. Yeah. I get you. I
disagree.
And even
I'm anti-agree. I'm just pro-rights. I'm just pro.
Yeah. I get you.
News.
Wait. Let's
the bottom line. We're going to protect vaccinated workers from unvaccinated coworkers.
There's one more thing he said.
We're going to reduce the spread of COVID-19 by increasing the share of the workforce that is vaccinated in businesses all across America. My plan will extend the vaccination requirements that I previously issued in the healthcare field. Already, I've announced we'll be requiring
vaccinations. I hate about this motherfucker so much. You know what I love about Trump and what I hate about him? You're not looking at us. You're reading a teleprompter. I can see it in your eyes. I see where your eyes are looking. You're not looking at the camera in front of you. You're looking at the teleprompter to the side of the camera.
All nursing.
You can say Trump said the dumbest shit ever, but when people complain about Trump, he doesn't even read his teleprompter. Good.
You know what else was actually really good at not reading a teleprompter?
Reagan.
Oh. President Obama.
Yeah, no, Obama, you could tell by his speeches. He never looked at a teleprompter. You could tell.
Workers
even if you didn't like him.
Who treat patients on Medicare and Medicaid because I have that federal authority.
For a moment, I'll tell you this too. The reason why I love President Obama is he could do a lot of what he did because he was a lot of times the smartest man in the room. And what I mean by that is he's one of the only presidents and probably one of the only people in Congress who actually was a constitutional law professor at Harvard University.
Yeah, he understood.
He literally
understood the law. That's why he was able to get away with Obamacare. He understood the law. He knew how to.
Vaccinations and all nursing home
one thing he says.
Who treat patients on Medicare and Medicaid because I have that federal authority.
There it is.
I've announced that I previously.
Right there.
My plan will extend the vaccination requirements that I previously issued in the healthcare field. Already, I've announced we'll be requiring vaccinations of all nursing home workers who treat patients on Medicare and Medicaid because I have that federal authority.
Trump's a Nazi. He just does stuff with no regard for the law. I'm doing this because I have the authority. Fuck you. I don't care how you feel. I'm Joe Biden. Yeah, whatever. That's it. That statement alone, the way he said it. Yeah, I have the authority. Fuck it. I'm doing it. I don't care because I have that authority. Yeah, that's it. That's all I wanted to say. That's all I wanted to say about that. Oh my God, you guys are leaving comments out the ass. Would you mind me go through the chats real quick?
Yeah, I love what Swing Fit said about wait.
Hold on, we go top to bottom. Didn't expect to come here to learn political color theory from Sponge Fist. Yeah, hey! SpongeBob was godlike. Same energy, bro. I picked my main and fuck shit up. You shouldn't even take good care of yourself. Yeah, no, don't. It normally takes 8 years to build a vaccine for a known antigen, for a known virus. They created this vaccine in 8 months. That shit doesn't add up.
Fear is God itself.
Fear is God itself. In the real One Piece quote. I got you. You gonna touch on Superman being bi? No, that's stupid.
He's not.
And stupid. I don't pay attention to.
That's not true. Also, it's not true.
Let's get through all these before we get to that. So, what is your issue with the vaccine itself? I'm pretty sure if you've been listening, you've heard that to now. When you asked this question, I probably didn't touch on it, but I said more and more. So I don't have a problem with the vaccine. Oh no, I do have a problem with the vaccine. It normally takes about 8 years to make a vaccine for known pathogens and stuff, and they made this one in 8 months. It just doesn't make sense. I didn't take either. America has always been about slavery, my friend. Yeah, sure. So is every nation and every country that's still standing to this day. There's not a single nation that exists that was not built off slave labor. That's it. This country is built off taking advantage of the poor, friend. The thing you love about America is the same thing. I love the fact that I live in America, but I also don't dismiss the fact that yeah, this whole country is built off slave labor. So it's every fucking nation that exists right now. Where did
every industrialized nation on the planet
was built off slave labor. Every single one. Where did the pyramids came from? They didn't come out of nowhere. We're entitled to it up to the point where it intercedes with the powers that be. I don't. What the fuck does that mean? I'm American. I don't give a fuck. This is why America's not number one. We are. We're the best married teller in the world. You can't fuck with us. America at the very best is just acceptable enough, just bearable.
I actually agree with what you're saying.
Hold on, let me read the whole thing. That's why America's the number one. America's at the very best is just acceptable enough, just bearable enough, but at the very worst, absolutely corrupt and totally fuck. Yeah, I don't want to live in the communist or socialist nation like Canada or the UK or something. I enjoy my freedom of speech, and I enjoy the fact that anywhere I go, I can get medical attention the day I want to and just owe them a bill later and not be put on a waiting list and have to wait 4 months to get my broken leg looked at like you will have to do in Canada. So you can say what you want about America, but we have the greatest military on the planet, and you can say what you want about America, but every fucking freedom you enjoy is back behind the military industrial complex and everything else. So you can say whatever you want about that, but America's fucking awesome. You don't want to live here, leave. Could I damn a euphemism for a demon time, boy? Maybe. Majority of the American government is corrupt. They have no regard to the people of their own nation. Yeah, you said that to the majority of our socialists fighting for your freedoms right now while you type this comment on the internet and other countries can't fuck with you because before they even get close to our borders or our shores, drone strikes will take them out because our military is that damn fucking awesome. You say that to them as they protect you while you talk shit about them. I don't like people shit talking about the country they live in, especially when you live in fucking America. It's like it just, especially as a former military serviceman.
Okay.
Yeah, like I just like tell that to your serviceman who fights for every right you have to talk shit about them and don't even call you out on it. Biden's already rattled on the saber is getting ready. He said the reason why we're taking out the soldiers in Afghanistan and stuff is because we're looking at new threats to their mind. There is no such thing as a threat to the American military. There's no such thing as a threat to the. Am I wrong about that?
I wouldn't say no such thing, but I will say that there's very few threats that the United States government, along with its allies,
is there any threat from another country right now that could destabilize our entire ecosystem and government and military complex?
If they all attack at one time, sure.
If they all attack at one time,
if all of our allies attack
any singular entity, no.
Particularly if you're talking about the foreign entities that you're thinking about, like none that are our allies, right? You're talking about cats like Afghanistan, Iraq.
Even if Russia and China and the UK all banded together.
Also, it would be economically disadvantageous for them to do so.
To take out America.
Yeah, we owe them money. They owe us money. It would be.
You know why we don't pay them their money back? They can't make us.
And you want to know why? But also
they can't make us. You know how much money we owe China? You know why China's not getting their money back anytime soon?
Because fuck them.
They can't make us pay it back.
I'm not saying fuck the Chinese.
I honestly don't like no anything it says or does. If Amazon forces vaccine mandate, I'm leaving. The Amazon's not federal.
Yeah.
Amazon's not federal. Mr. Business,
I mean, firstly,
we're gonna get to the real topic.
We're gonna get to the real topic. Okay, we'll scroll just a bit. Just a bit. I want to touch on that Superman being bi thing. Is the fact
that shit. Man, no, go ahead. I'm listening.
It's the fact that Superman isn't bi. Jonathan Kent is not Clark Kent. So Superman's son is bisexual, not Superman being bisexual. That's first. Secondly, it has no real bearing on Superman as a character, because we're not talking about Superman. We're talking about Superboy. And more importantly, if you don't want to read it, nigga, don't read it. It's real easy to fix.
Wait a minute. Okay, I was in the bathroom, so I heard about half of that. But you're saying Clark Kent is not bisexual, but Connor Kent is.
Yeah.
Okay, now here's
Jonathan Kent.
Jonathan Kent. Oh yeah, they changed the name Jonathan. Yeah. Okay, here's the problem with that. This is the reason why I hate Miles Morales. The general public does not know the difference between Clark Kent and Jonathan Kent. They don't know the fucking difference. They just know Superman is Superman. If Jonathan Kent is a new Superman, then they just know that Jonathan Kent is Superman. It's the same thing. It was like Spider-Man is whoever the hell they say Spider-Man is. So if they say that Superman is bisexual, the general public does not know Superman's name is Clark Kent. You know how I know this? When I was in high school, I saw a girl wearing a Batman shirt with the bat symbol on it. I literally asked her, "Hey, how do you feel about Bruce Wayne?" Who's that?
Oh, okay, never mind.
What?
Yeah. No, I get you.
So the general public doesn't have no idea who the fuck is behind the mantle. They just know the name of the mantle.
Because maybe I'm coming from a different perspective. Because like what you were about to say about Miles Morales, I would say, so they changed Peter? No, they didn't change Peter. Miles
they changed Spider-Man.
Yeah.
The average person has no idea that Peter Parker is Spider-Man.
It's still Spider-Man.
So they're erasing the identity of Peter Parker and replacing Spider-Man because the general public only cares about, the movie's not called Peter Parker.
Yeah, the movie's called Spider-Man.
The movie's called Spider-Man. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah. No,
so when they say Superman is bi, you're saying Clark Kent is still a straight
straight man who's still married to Lois
They're
Lane.
saying fuck Clark Kent. He's not Superman anymore.
But he is. He's
No. But he's not.
Then you know what they're doing? It's the very same thing that I bash Boruto for. And
why do you think I hate majority of American comics right now?
Yeah.
But I give Boruto praise for it because they're not doing that. Because you know what?
Actually,
Naruto still has a presence in these stories.
As a matter of fact, that's my problem with Boruto. He has too much of a presence, and this is my point.
Well, that could be the case, but what I'm saying is, when you kill and systematically replace these heroes and say they basically don't fucking exist, fuck them. We have new teenage, racially, sexually diverse people to replace them, but we're going to take their name and replace them. Boruto's not saying, I'm the new Naruto Uzumaki. Boruto's saying, I'm the son of Naruto Uzumaki. He never claimed ever once to be Naruto Uzumaki. Ever. He's not even a Jinchuriki.
Yeah.
Ever. He's never said that. What American comics do, saying with the whole Superman is bi thing, that's Jonathan Kent. It's not Clark Kent. Bro, you're calling him Superman. My mama doesn't know Superman's name is Clark Kent. My grandma doesn't know. And my next door neighbor doesn't know. I know, but they don't know. So which means in 10 years, when Superman movies come out, he's going to be bisexual. And Clark Kent will cease to fucking exist. And nobody's going to care that Clark Kent existed. You're erasing Clark Kent.
Maybe I'm just looking at it too technically because I just know that it's Jonathan Kent. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And I understand what you're saying, but I'm looking at it what they're trying to do.
Yeah.
I understand when people's like, man, I love Spider-Man. What do you mean? Yeah, man. Like, oh god. Like, well, hold on. What do you mean by Spider-Man? It's like, yeah, like, oh, what's his name? Miles Morales, bro. Who's Peter Parker? Who?
That's wrong.
That's a problem.
That's wrong.
That's a problem. Who's Steve Rogers? Oh, Captain America is Sam Wilson, right? No. Sam Wilson. He's the Falcon. That's my problem. And when I explain to people, they don't understand what I'm saying.
Or as I like to call him, Captain Falcon, just because I'm just gonna take that.
That's funny. It's pretty funny.
It's funny.
But I hope you get what I'm saying now. That's my problem. You're erasing because the general American public does not give a fuck that Wolverine's name is James or known as Logan.
Yeah. James Howlett, aka.
But when you have comics called Wolverine come out for 5 years, and it's Laura, aka X-23, and she's the new Wolverine's daughter, is the new Wolverine in 15 years. Think about it this way: when we were children, you're a little bit older than me. When we were children, who gave a fuck besides you or I or avid comic readers? Who gave a fuck about the Guardians of the Galaxy? Who gave a fuck?
I'm not gonna lie to you, dog. I didn't care about the Guardians of the Galaxy to the MCU.
Now that the MCU came out, Guardians of the Galaxy are now literal icons. Because for the last 10 years, oh my God, the Guardians of the Galaxy. That's how much influence they have. They can change public perception.
Yeah. But also
in the early 2000s, Aquaman was a nerd.
Yeah.
Now Aquaman is a sexy heart drop. When you hear girls, oh my god, I love Aquaman. He makes me so
No,
wet.
you like Jason Momoa.
But he's Aquaman
Yeah.
to them.
Yeah, I know. Well, I guess what I'm saying is this. I look at the Jonathan Kent, the Clark Kent thing in the same way that I look at that Bruce Wayne and Terry McGinnis when it goes to Batman Beyond. Most motherfuckers don't.
Batman Beyond's not the mainstream continuity. Batman Beyond was a children's cartoon that ran about 3 seasons, and it was over.
It was dope.
It was dope, but it was over.
Yeah.
It had some Elseworld comics and stuff, but it was over. Yeah. Now imagine ever since Batman Beyond came out, fuck Bruce Wayne.
His name is Terry
since
McGinnis.
2004, everything Batman is Terry McGinnis. Everything. Every comic book. And then once the comic book changed, 5 to 10 years later, the movies and TV shows will change.
Yeah. It's like
that's my problem. People say, why do you hate these new characters so much? Because I understand you're trying to culturally replace. Because I know the average comic reader does not know Captain America's name is Steve Rogers, and he's a kid from Brooklyn, born in the 1940s, or whatever, who doesn't like bullies, and he enlisted to serve his country, born in the time and the age when the Nazis were co-opted by Hydra and trying to take over the world. He just wanted to do the right thing, and I didn't care about his skin color because he just didn't like bullies, and he just wanted to do the right thing. But now it's like, he's a white guy. Fuck him. Wait, he's the only motherfucker that Serum worked on.
Successfully, because I remember what happened unsuccessfully.
But they're outright replacing him. No, we got Spider-Gwen. We got Miles Morales. Look, anybody could be Spider-Man. No. When I grew up, Peter Parker was Spider-Man. Now in 2010, you trying to tell me anybody could be Spider-Man? No. Can Spider-Man have a sidekick or two? Sure, that's cool. But Peter Parker should forever be Spider-Man.
No, I put it like this. Even in its own Spider-Man, even in the Spider-Verse movie, you know how many Peter Parkers were in the Spider-Verse movie?
1, 2, one that died and one that wasn't dead.
Because Spider-Man Noir is still Peter Parker.
Well, Spider-Man Noir is Peter Parker, yeah. But you also had Gwen Stacy, Miles Morales, some Asian girl with a fucking robot.
Actually, I kind of like that.
But what I'm saying is, the idea that anybody can be Spider-Man, no. I guess that's an entirely new concept that didn't exist before 2015. Spider-Man was always Peter Parker.
No, I get what they're saying, but I also understand what they're saying as well. They're saying as long as you are willing to uphold the values of Spider-Man,
pick a different name. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Pick a different name. Spider-Man.
Well, Spider-Gwen is her. Well, no, her name is her name's Spider-Woman.
No, it's Ghost Spider now.
Oh, Ghost Spider, which is dope.
Yeah.
It's dope. Yeah. No, she's actually trying to mark out her own thing.
Now, because of so much backlash, whatever the fuck.
And Miles Morales.
And also, the main problem of Spider-Gwen is that Gwen Stacy died for a reason. And just because you're like, well, she's Gwen Stacy from a different universe where Peter Parker died. And she got bit by the spider. And Green Goblin broke his neck. What?
Actually, from my understanding, the way that the Spider-Verse movie kind of spun it, he turned into the fucking lizard.
See, this is why I was telling people, if all you ever seen of these characters is Spider-Verse and Spider-Man PS4, I get why you don't hate them. Because I've seen both of those things.
They're dope.
I played Spider-Man PS4, I like Spider-Verse. Good movies on the entertainment value. But I also read the comics where these characters were introduced.
They're not great.
Not only are they not great, they exist to be diverse. I'm not getting into this over and over again.
Yeah.
But like it's just like
we have diversity for diversity's sake.
When you have diversity just to be diverse, when you go so far as like, okay, we have Marvel and we have Miss Marvel. So let's kill Marvel, make Miss Marvel Captain Marvel, and then take some Pakistani chick and make her the new Miss Marvel. Why? Why are we killing Marvel? Because Miss Marvel has to be the new Captain. Marvel's Captain Marvel. No, Miss Marvel is going to be the new Captain Marvel. So who's Miss Marvel? So Pakistani chick. Is she like part Cree? Is she like a Cree? No, it's just some Pakistani chick. She's an Inhuman. She can stretch. So why is she Miss Marvel? Because Miss Marvel needs to be Pakistani. So what about Miss Marvel? Now she's gonna be Captain Marvel. We already got Captain Marvel. No, he's dead. Fuck him. Whoa! Time out. I like Marvel.
I think once again I said before, diversity for diversity's sake. Now when you don't, now I can point to the best example of when you don't have that, but you still get a diverse class. Stag Shock.
Silk is cool. Silk is a better Spider-Gwen. Keep going.
Stag Shock.
Static. But,
Stag has no. I was talking about the show specifically.
The TV show Static Shock.
Yeah,
the superhero Static.
Yeah, he has. It's a very diverse cast, but all of those people belong there.
But here's the question: did you like Static because he was black, or did you like Static because he was the main character of a good show?
I'm not gonna front with you. I did like Stag Shock because he was black, and the reason
solely because he was black.
Because no, and this is the reason why. I was growing up in the '90s where the black superheroes were actually corny.
So did I, but you know what? You know what I never said ever once ever watching Static on WB or Cartoon Network or whatever it came on.
I know.
Because it came on WB first. It came because you know one thing I never ever said.
I like him because he's black.
I like him because he's black.
I'm not saying that. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying you know who else was around him? Fucking Cyborg. Trash.
Booyah.
Trash.
Okay.
Zach. Power Rangers.
You know, he
turned that shit the fuck off. And it's like, who else was there? I didn't get cool. You know who else was a cool black superhero? But I did. Here's the catch: he hardly counts because he was burnt up most of the time. Why are you dancing like that? Was fucking Spawn. Spawn was dope.
You had exactly what you like, Joel.
I like Joel because Joel was not because he was black, but because he was literally. Hey,
I get bitches.
Because he's literally what I would be if I was a Power Ranger at the time.
Yeah.
I have a fucking morpher and I beat the shit out of monsters.
And I get bitches.
If I don't get my dick sucked every day, it's a problem. I feel you. I feel you, Joe. I feel you. Like
I do hate One More Day. I think One More Day was one of the worst Spider-Man comics ever written. Ever. Period. The whole fact that Spider-Man gave up his entire fucking Peter Parker gave up his entire life for Mary Jane and his daughter. Just to bring Aunt May back to life, who's like fucking 97 years old. It's just the dumbest fucking thing ever. She died. I'm not saying it's not sad, but he gave up his entire life for his daughter to bring Aunt May back to life. It's fucking retarded. It just doesn't make any fucking sense. It's just like...
And it spits in the face of what Spider-Man is.
Yeah, like, that's it. So, look, we're going to get to this video.
But let's get back to, what?
This is a great SOULcast.
Yes. Go.
This is a great SOULcast. This is a great SOULcast. I like
where are we doing the game right?
What time does Waffle House close?
It doesn't close.
It doesn't close. Okay, cool. Okay. This video is called Can Rival Gang Members
Coexist
Peacefully?
They do. Nigga, why is that the question? No, can you just skip to the rival gang member? I don't plan on listening to this nigga.
Introduce the video topic of the episode. Okay, yeah. Fuck this guy. All right. So, before we start, Mr. Bennington.
Yeah, track it.
Can rival gang members coexist peacefully?
They do.
So you already have your stance.
Yeah, no, they do. That was a whole thing in Los Angeles. Red and blue putting their flags together because we're tired of George Floyd death.
Talking about after Nipsey Hussle died.
After Nipsey Hussle died, after George Floyd died.
Yeah.
So
that's relatively recent though. I mean, this is a little bit older video.
Oh, okay. Yeah. But can they exist? The problem is
we need a common cause.
No, the problem is not even about having a common cause. The fact that you have no clue why you hate each other is the problem.
Because this nigga killed my cousin, who killed his cousin, who killed his brother, who killed his sister, who killed
what I'm saying? You know what that is? Tybalt slays Mercutio.
Yeah. It's a vicious cycle.
But it's past a vicious cycle. These two gang factions and the people who follow these factions have no clue why they actually hate each other.
Yeah, that's true.
That's a problem. You have no clue why you as a blood hate this nigga as a Crip outside the fact that he's a Crip.
Yeah. You basically shoot each other because you live on different blocks and wear different colors.
But and here's the catch. That's the problem for you. My problem is there's so many yous around that if I actually tried to get to the reason why you two niggas hate each other,
You couldn't tell me.
so we just causing terror in the streets because these niggas
Terror in the streets, stray bullets hitting children.
because these niggas need an identity and want to play pirates.
Would you say that's a lack of fathers in the household?
That's a lack of dumb. No, that's a lack of intelligence. You what does having a father in the household have to do with you picking? Like
Fathers keep sons out of.
I feel
Fathers stop sons from being criminals and keep daughters off of stripper poles.
my I guess
do you disagree with that?
I disagree.
Fathers keep sons from being criminals and keep daughters off stripper poles.
I'm the son of two women.
You're still in a two-parent household though. And that's kind of what the statement is saying.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Just having a two-parent household.
Because even if you're in a two-parent household, two parents, you're the son of two women. One of them is a little bit more domineering and masculine than the other.
Yeah.
It's not a 50-50 fucking thing. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like I don't know him personally, but I know for any relationship.
Actually, you met him before.
Yeah, I have. But like I'm saying, like for like I mean, what I'm saying, I don't know him like on a personal.
Yeah,
like, I don't know what makes him tick.
Yeah.
But I know one of them has to be like
fundamentally more dominant than the other. Well, just more masculine.
Which would traditionally fall into the role of the husband.
True.
Or the father.
Yeah. No, but
the mother's job would be to nurture and to support. The father's job would be to beat your ass when you do something wrong.
True, but I guess my thing is, it actually kind of falls on. Well, what I'm saying is, I guess my point is this: when it comes to shit like this, it almost reminds me of when conspiracy theorists, black people tell me, "Oh, they put guns and drugs in our neighborhoods," and you start shooting at each other and start doing the drugs yourself.
Yeah, right.
Nigga, that was you.
You
did that.
You
did that. You can't put that on nobody else, G.
Nah, man, they introduced this into our neighborhoods to keep us down. Okay, but who made you do it?
Like you actually did it?
Well, it was there. I grew up in the same neighborhood. And I didn't do it.
Like, nigga, you
know how they defeat that argument? I actually grew up in the same neighborhood.
Yeah.
And you know what I decided to do? Damn, every time I go outside, the kids are trying to fight and do shit and steal shit. I'm gonna just stay inside and play video games. Fuck that.
I'm just not going to do that thing because you can go to jail or get shot by the person who owns the thing.
You don't got a choice, man. You get sucked into the life.
No, you don't. You do not. You have to actively look that out. That's like saying you know what it is? That's like fucking a transgender woman and then say, I didn't know she had a dick. Nigga, stop! Yes, you did! Like, why you capping? All right.
You did. She didn't have a vagina. You knew.
You knew.
Almost guaranteed.
And by the way, guys, like the stream, subscribe, support, because
are you okay with
I'm gonna get demonetized like I always do. Well, fuck it, whatever.
that though?
Well,
have you accepted that as a man?
Yes.
Are you watching it?
I'm seeing it already, but I'm almost.
I wanted my message to impact gang culture. I'm one of you. Wherever I end up, you're gonna know that you can end up there too.
I was affiliated with the Blood Gang for my entire life. My heart, my soul, my family are Bloods.
I'm affiliated with the Captain of the Park Pyros.
The Anthos Miller Gangsta Bloods.
Pyro Gang.
Black Peach Stone Jungles. I'm affiliated with the Roman 60s. Been gang banging for most of my life. No high school diploma, but I feel like I know it all though.
When you're young, you know this.
Anytime you feel like pausing it, by all means. At this point, I really want your opinions on what they're saying and what's going on.
No high school diploma. If these gangs, this is what I want. If the OGs and the gangs truly cared about the people, they would make sure that they would make sure that these people took care of themselves and others. But the fact that you have gang members
with no diplomas, I just want to let you know though. But right now you have Bloods and Crips making the attempt to sit down and talk to each other right now.
My response is the fact that that is a plausible, a commendable. The fact that should be commended is the problem.
So you're saying that is the problem? Well, let's continue the video though. I thought the
excitement of
video
it, the
was
brotherhood. You kind of
I thought it gave me a little bit of hope.
It does. It gave me hope. It gives hope in the micro. The problem is I'm looking at it from the macro. In the
You
macro,
think about the overall,
the macro is
overlaying issue.
the overlaying issue is the fact that this is even a problem. Is the problem not so much on a micro scale? Sure, on a micro scale, just to be
because
commended.
3 Bloods and 3 Crips talking to each other.
That should be commendable.
Yeah.
On a micro scale, the macro scale is the fact that it's even commendable.
That speaks to a bigger issue within.
That's a bigger issue.
Let's
That's a bigger issue that we have
like
to
the
address.
stream, by the way. I mean, David Bennett is here. What the fuck, man?
like fall
Like the stream,
victim
bro.
to
How you
it.
doing?
But I feel like it also prepares you for the real world and gets you ready for like a lot of like obstacles that you might run across.
Everybody just labels the gaming
I
as
knew
just
you
a
wanted to
terrorist
so
threat.
bad right now.
What?
It's not real human beings.
Y'all just told me.
It's a gaming.
Hold on, okay. I'll let you get that one off. I'll let you get that. I'll let you get
It prepares you for the real world. The nigga doesn't have a diploma. What real world? He ain't got a GED. He ain't even, my man's, he ain't even go to a community college. What real world does it go play?
He might got some kind of insight or.
No, I'm not saying he doesn't have insight. I'm saying show me the job that you can get without a high school diploma or a GED. You can't become a waiter without a GED or high school diploma.
You can't even become a waiter. You're right about that. You said it prepares you for the real
Real
world.
world. I'm like,
Get
what?
into it. But I feel like it also prepares you for the real world and gets you ready for like a lot of like obstacles that you might run across.
No,
Everybody
it
just
does.
labels the game.
It actually creates more obstacles because if you gang banging, that means you committing crime. You committing crime, then you go to jail. You go to jail. It's hard for you to get a job because you can't get. Oh, but by the way, you're ill prepared to get a job because you don't have the high school diploma or GED or. So you just go back to gang banging because that's what paid you, but then you commit more crime that sent you to jail. It didn't help. It doesn't help. You're just wrong, sir. You're just wrong. You're just wrong. That guy's wrong. That guy's wrong. That guy's wrong. Like that guy. This guy right here.
This guy's wrong. Yeah, he's wrong.
That guy wrong.
Ready for like a lot of like obstacles that you might run
It
across.
does not.
Everybody
It doesn't
just
do that.
labels the gaming as just a terrorist threat. Just not real human beings. But that's not the fact.
I'm sorry. It's hard for me to see the real human being when the gang member shot my baby.
That's real. That happens. That happens. Stray bullets hit. A lot of
Bullets don't have a name on it, guy.
Yeah. Stray bullets. Those are real things.
So when you tell me the human, I'm trying to meet the human. I just can't see past the gang. I can't see anything but the gangbanger who shot my baby.
Yeah, exactly. Because the damage it caused to the neighborhood
is irreparable.
Yeah.
I'll put it on a national scale. Those 8 men who flew the planes into the World Trade Center, and crashed, they were humans.
Glad they're dead.
But you can only see the terrorists who destroyed the lives of 3,000 people. There's a reason for that.
Current and former gang members. Well, some people made better decisions. The one in the middle
What's
right
going
there.
on? My name's Seti Mack. I'm from Athens Spark. I do rapping, comedy, and I'm just a jack of all trades, really.
My name's Jay Nasty. I'm from Compton, Spooktown. Freshly paroled from prison, a certified welder.
My name's Squabbler. I'm from the Jungles. I'm an up-and-coming artist from Los Angeles, California.
My name is
One of them cats is a certified welder.
Which is fucking fantastic for him.
Fucking amazing. You know what my response to that is? You're no longer a gang member.
Yeah.
Because you don't have to be a gang member to feed yourself. Because, and I can't stress this point enough, certified welder. Why are we talking about you better, you know how they said former and current gang members?
Yeah,
he better be one of the former.
Oh yeah, he damn sure should be. Yeah. If you're still, I don't want to get into that.
Skip Townsend, and I come out the West Adams area, and I'm a job developer and also do human development as well.
Yeah, I'm Boogaloo, Westside Nellis. I'm one of the CEOs of Rosecrans Entertainment. My name YS. I'm from Cabanella Park. I'm an up and coming artist, and you feel me? I do a little bit of everything, just try to play my part.
My name AD. I'm from Roman 60s, and I'm a street activist.
What's the matter?
No. That's not what bothers me. What bothers me is that most of these men
don't have real jobs.
I'm a rapper. I can guarantee it. All y'all getting into rap because none of y'all have fucking degrees or high school diplomas or GEDs that can allow you to get higher forms of education. So we don't have to rely on, I hope my career gets big,
or play basketball,
or sell drugs that put you here.
Yeah. Oh, whenever you're ready, you could.
There'll be something bigger than this.
Step forward if this statement is true for you. Gangs aren't as bad as the media portrays them.
We all come. Everybody be going.
Yeah, let's talk about this too. A lot of people like in gangs, you know, we grew up together as like brothers. I can go spend a night at my homie's house. You feel like mama feed me. You feel what I'm saying? And together, we done came up with ways that we could feed the children. We done did backpack giveaways. We done did all type of shit. But the media, they always put out negative about us, but they never like.
Nigga, good friends can do that and not be a part of gangs. You're not doing. I'm not saying that it's not to be commended, but so does Salvation Army do backpack giveaways. So does churches do backpack giveaways. So do nonprofits do backpack giveaways. Doing a backpack giveaway isn't.
How many stray bullets hit kids? That's
how many stray Bibles smack the kid upside his head? No, nigga. Hey, let's assume that churches were like gangs, and stray Bibles could smack you upside the head.
Saying like Baptist versus Catholic versus Pentecost.
Yeah. Let's say them niggas were banging hard.
Yeah, right. Stray Bibles.
Beat. And in Revelations it said like that was nigga, I don't get beat in Revelations. You know what I get?
And after all the Christians finish going at it, we go after the Jews next.
No. Let's assume it was just straight beat. And in Judges 13:13 it says, but nigga, I don't get Judges 13:13. You know what I get? Bah!
And then repent.
Nigga, that's what I get. I don't get to, my baby don't get to have beat in Genesis 1:1. You know what my baby get to be? Bah! And then meet her at the crossroads so she don't get lonely. That's
and women's everybody.
Put out the positive shit that we did.
I feel like the media got like an old school perception on what gangbanging is or what gangbanging is about. And modern day gangbanging has evolved from what it's been back then. So now it's okay for Bloods and Crips to go to school together, to where back in the days you couldn't find a Crip at Centennial, you probably couldn't find a Blood at Crenshaw, like, you know what I'm saying? So nowadays we can coexist.
They don't never really show the unity of it all. Like they always show the separation, the segregation. They don't really fathom the strength and the power we got inside our community. And I really don't think they really care about that. They put us in this one statistic box. That's all. You know?
I'm sorry. That's almost like how reputations are formed. Nigga, that's crazy.
What you do leads people to believe you behave a certain way.
Nigga, that's crazy how
it's almost like responsibility and accountability. Almost just
nigga, that's crazy how I assume that the nigga who's a pedophile would then rape children.
Right.
So I'm going to go ahead and keep him away from children because he's a pedophile who rapes children.
I mean, but look, these gentlemen are all mattered, and they
Sure.
sit in a circle.
The fact that that's commendable is the problem. The fact that we're here.
They leave
is
us
the
right
problem.
there. That's where they want us. But it's really up to us to say, okay, at least the next generation is gonna come with something. They're gonna come with positivity. We living, but we really not surviving. We too in competition with each other.
Everybody hard now, though, you know. So I see everything on social media and everything. I'm really locked in with all. I mean, I posted something positive about me giving backpacks away and stuff at the park and all that with the homies and stuff. It got like 1,000 views, 2,000. I get like 5,000 views and I'm posting something crazy though. You get me? When you doing positive, you cloud chasing. When you doing negative, it's all good because that's what we used to. That's the bread and butter, I guess. That's what we already do.
So what's happening right now is you about to leave a legacy, right? But it's not going to be a financial legacy. See, if there was something you was doing positive and all them 5,000 views you got, they going to dwindle down to about 200-300 if you was empowering the community and shedding light and, like you saying, waking people up, then all that's going to go away. But as long as you got the negative influence, you're going to leave that legacy.
Here's my response. You know what make the game thing more, you know what make the game more impactful?
If they didn't kill each other because they wore different colors?
More important than that.
Oh, shit. You lost me on that one.
Let's assume all of this is true. Let's get all the Bloods and all the Crips together. And let's say we go ahead, crush our beef, whatever. Why don't you just start a unified group and saying, hey, this is how we're going to benefit our community. And then you don't have to go to an outside source. We can legitimately come to you because you can be our community.
Kind of like a union.
It's crazy how I thought about that now because, you know, fucking education is fucking valued. And I'm not sitting up here talking about I don't have a high school diploma, but I feel like I know everything.
What do you think, Felicia?
She thinks they're dumb. Let's start there.
Legacy, but ain't nobody gonna be able to eat afterwards.
Someone I love died from gang violence.
And that's the moment I stopped being a gang member, right?
That's crazy. We ain't even got to get up, man. Just ask a question.
The first time I ever seen somebody close to me pass away, I was young. My older cousin, right in front of my mama's house. Another black man, just typical statistic gang banging. And it's like visualizing that as a young boy, it's like that's probably one of the reasons why I am who I am today.
It's traumatizing.
Like it's traumatizing and it instantly adapts you to your community, to your environment, to where you at. Because it's like if you don't get down like this, you're gonna get down like this.
I was 19 years old, man, and I had seen a lot of people get shot.
I would imagine growing up in the area you grew up in here in Houston, you've seen a lot of.
I saw some wild shit.
You saw some wild shit. Did you ever feel like you didn't have a choice but to?
No, as a matter of fact, it was the opposite. I didn't say, hey, I've seen that wild shit, and I'm going to do everything in my power so it never happens again. I never saw it and say, hey, I have to get down like this in order to. See, the problem is this, and I think there's a problem with black people. The problem is people in general, but I'm going to point towards us because, you know, as it turns out.
About those are the same way. They're crazy as fuck.
No,
Triad, Yakuza.
They're all crazy. I'm going to point this at us because, as it will turn out, I'm black. Yeah. I know. Crazy, right? There's a difference between living and surviving.
A huge difference.
And you know what the difference is? Real simple. You ain't got to go into a whole lot of answers. You ain't got to go into a whole lot.
Well, I think the fundamental one is when you live, it's your choice.
More importantly, no, it's more about that. It's not even about that. Living is about what you won't do. Surviving is about doing anything.
Which you have to.
Surviving, you'll do anything.
Anything.
You'll gang bang. You'll shoot up a neighborhood. You'll sell drugs. Yeah, you'll prostitute your daughters. When you live, it's what you won't do.
But when you're living on the outskirts of Sugarland, claiming I'm surviving when your family has bottled water in the air conditioning, and you have a PS3 in the time when we grew up, and the PS2 and Xboxes, and you're in school. Maybe it's not private school, but you're in school, and you've never been hungry a day in your life, and you got girls at school who like you, and you can go to your school dance, and you do all this, and to try to say, hey man, I'm just surviving out here, sounds like you're living the average middle class life to me. Is that really surviving?
No. But once again, I go back to a large part of the problem is that we glamorize surviving and we don't glamorize living. Living is about what you won't do. Surviving.
Oh yeah, this is 1990s Detroit. That'd be one thing, right?
No. Yeah, I listen. Anything after the year 2000? Nah, son, that's your choice. Nah, son. After the .com boom, once we found that
opportunity became incredibly available to any and everyone,
it became very difficult for me to validate
you
shooting a nigga in the face. I don't get it. I will never understand it.
Again, but Bone Dogs and Harmony go hard though. Everybody want to be Bone Dog.
Everybody want to be Bone Thugs. You know who don't want to be Bone Thugs?
The Bone Dogs. Bone Dogs. I get you. Boy, press play.
But I was sitting there talking to this dude who was actually.
They don't want to be Bone Thugs so hard that they became a rap group so they could make money to
not be Bone Thugs anymore.
Like, I don't want to do that shit. Niggas like gangbanging is cool. I don't know what the fuck y'all talking about.
Kid, Kevin Sykes from 60s. We sitting there talking for about an hour. I'm waiting to go skating. And as soon as he crossed the street, the van pulled up. They had been waiting the whole time. And they gunned him. And that's really fucked me up, man, to see that. They could have easily just came up and gunned us both. It wasn't about Cripper blood. It was just about that anger and rage. Like, man, want to hurt somebody. And, man, it left something, a void in me that was like spirit.
Can we at least give these gentlemen credit for not shooting each other?
No, because they were patted down for weapons and drugs before they got here. Jubilee knew who they were bringing.
Okay, good. I just wanted to ask.
No, but I will give them credit for this. On a micro level, this is an amazing experience. On a micro level, I guess I'm just looking at it macro.
You're trying to solve the actual problem. Yeah.
Solving the problem requires
far exceeds
this.
Yeah.
This is cool, but solving the problem, we ain't talking about this. This
is this at least one step forward?
Oh yeah, it's one step forward, no doubt.
Yeah.
But one step forward, I'm not.
How is it?
Maybe
there are. Maybe I hate to say this, but there are Black Americans like ourselves, and maybe people watching this chat where it's like we grew up in these neighborhoods, we grew up in these environments, we grew up around people like this. We know people like this.
I know niggas like that right now.
We generally know niggas like there's people in the chat right now. I guarantee you know a nigga like one of the niggas in here. We speak like him, we talk like him, but we made this distinction. Like, I'd rather be inside, reading manga, playing my game, doing it. How do we make that distinction? Say, bro, that lifestyle is not worth it. I'd rather walk the straight and narrow.
How do I make that distinction? By seeing the same shit they saw and saying, "Oh, these things led to that happening to that young dude. Cool, I'm not gonna do those things."
But they saw those things and I was like, "Damn, these things led to that. I gotta do something about it." And they,
you know what you can do? Instead of saying that I will kill for him, how about I'll live for him? Mm-hmm. How about I'll live the dream that he never got a chance to live?
Yeah. No, I just wanted.
I just chose to live for mine.
I just wanted to ask.
No, that's what I'm saying. I saw the exact same thing, and I made a decision to live for mine.
Mm.
So they can see. So they can through me see.
Also, I want to know how Naruto ended. You know what I mean? Like on a shadow level. I want to know how One Piece ends. You know, that shit I want to do.
Yeah, right. This is
this
shit I want to do.
This shit I want to do. You know what I mean?
Nigga,
I told myself over and over again, I gotta know how the Avengers movie ends. And then Endgame came out. I was like, fuck, there's still shit I want to do. I told myself I would be happy if I can make it to see how the Avengers franchise ends. I watched Endgame. I was like, fuck, this still shit I want to do.
Still shit you want to do? No, but past this, my homeboy got shot. I still want to watch Stack Shock Saturday morning. I don't want to get shot on Friday night.
I gotta see how season 4 is.
Right? Like, I just want to see shit.
Yeah.
Like, I want to see another day.
And this won't help me do it.
This won't help me do it.
Spiritual, like, man, what is God doing? But also that rage was like, man, I want to hurt somebody. And I took it with me from the age of 19, and I just felt suicidal. Like I signed up every day to go out and be dead. I didn't care. I'm gonna hurt somebody, they gonna hurt me.
To this day, I still think I'm almost guaranteed that I'm gonna die from street violence.
Are you okay with that though?
Well,
have you accepted that as a man?
Yes, I accept it because it's like all the negativity I done dished out.
See, I want to say something because this is what's causing me to change, because I made that same pact, that same vow for my gang that I'm gonna die for my gang. I do life for this shit.
Yeah.
But recent shit has showed me that I got another purpose. I could do something else. I don't have to die to gang banging.
Let me ask you something real quick though. You got a child, a baby, a girl.
I got 4 beautiful blessings.
You got 4 beautiful blessings. So here's the thing: would you die for them?
Of course.
But that's not what they want.
No,
they need you to live for them,
yeah.
And you ready to go out every day and die for them. And them the same people need you to be alive.
Damn, man.
You know, it's kind of hard.
Now this is a former gang member, current guidance counselor. You know,
doing his thing.
Yeah.
Now my thing is this: you willing to die for your kid? Nigga, it's almost like you nullify Black fatherhood when there aren't fathers around.
You're one of the few Black fathers actually there, and you're like, yeah, I'll die tomorrow for my kids.
Or you're gonna live tomorrow to see these 4 kids. You idiot! Like, no, you're not. Go home. Like, go.
What about
what you doing?
What is it about the set, the club, the gang? What is it?
That's ego. That's ego tripping. Your ego says, I need to go out here and bang. Your spirit ain't saying that. Your kids ain't saying that. What the fuck you doing? You know what it is? Have you seen Spider-Man, right? The first, the third
Sam Raimi Spider-Man.
Sam Raimi Spider-Man. The third Spider-Man.
Green Goblin.
Yeah.
Okay.
The third Spider-Man movie.
Oh, Venom and Sandman.
Yeah. One of my favorite scenes in all that movie was when Ben Parker told him, nigga, go home. Oh. That's OG to me. To me, that's OG.
Go home.
When someone can pull, hey, put the gun down, nigga, go home.
Go home. Go home.
Fuck you doing?
I've been here.
Go home. I'm not even gonna have that conversation with you. Nigga, go home.
Go home.
What you doing? Go home.
Oh, but my daughter.
Go home. You know where your daughter is? Home.
Go home.
Go home.
Her hospital bills.
Go home. Let's assume that your daughter about to die tomorrow. Go home to see your daughter. Fuck you, like jacking old niggas for.
Why do you think he has such a vehement belief? Was like, you know,
because once again, maybe a twisted and contorted belief of manhood, but also has a lot to do with ego. It also has a lot to do with the money is fast. Has a lot of shit. All this shit.
The fast money can help us kids.
Fast money can help us kids. Fast money can get you killed.
Which doesn't help your kids.
Listen. Fast money and fast girls gets niggas fucked off. The two leads. I like that. I like ratchet hoes up. It's hard. Listen, the hardest thing for me to put down is ratchet pussy.
Yeah.
And that's why I say that the strongest men in the world are the men who can. Strongest men in the world are men who can understand 2 words: delayed gratification.
See, I knew you were about to say that.
If you can internalize.
Okay. Oh wait, I just want to say, we're at 12:30 right now. What time is it?
It doesn't close.
But we should probably wrap up by 1.
Yeah, we should wrap up because I still gotta go home.
Okay.
It's not like I'm crashing here.
And this video is about 10 more minutes left.
Yeah.
7 minutes.
So 13 minutes.
Oh, okay.
I done lost some mini homies. I done lost some crib homies. I done lost some blood homies. I'm over with this gang banging shit. If something happened to y'all will see. that I'm so serious about this shit. And I'm on a whole nother note, homie.
Respect.
You feel me? And I don't want to lose y'all. If motherfuckers don't wake up and let's save each other so it don't have to be no more losses, we're going to lose. Straight up.
I think peace between rival gangs is possible today.
I do. I really do. Awesome. It's going to be hard.
Look at the peacemakers move.
Right. I've actually did it. That's why I feel like it could be peace, because I've actually sat in a circle and had a conversation with my enemies, and we cleared the air and killed our little difference. Now, it's not peace between all my enemies, but it's peace with the main enemies with us. And we're not even gonna call it peace. We will call it an understanding, because that's what it was. The understanding was y'all stay on y'all side, we stay on our side. Don't disrespect that line, and we good. And keep all that internet goofy shit, dissing. Y'all keep that shit out of the circle, and we good. And it's been working so far. We had little bumps and bruises, but it's been working.
This question was complex to me, because I'm thinking, like, are we talking about individually or gang-wise? Are we talking about in today's world, or like, are we working towards the future to get better? Because I believe that in the future, sooner or later, we are going to be able to function. Right now, with things that's been going on in the politics, it's hard to see it with the 8 Trays and the 6 O's. That was an eye-opener for LA, because it was...
It says the 8 Trays, Gangsta Crips, and the Rolling 60s, the 6 O's, neighborhood Crips, so Crip on Crip violence, had peace talks after the death of rapper Nipsey Hussle.
Which, once again, so y'all don't even get along with
each other.
Like, it's one thing we all get along with the opposing color or the opposing race. Then y'all beefing with each other.
Within itself. So
it's self-destructive.
It can be.
No, it's quite literally.
Yeah.
Like, y'all gotta be losing. It's one thing for the Patriots to go up against the Giants. It's another thing for the Patriots to go up against the Patriots. Nigga, the Giants don't even have to play.
Modern day gang banging is working towards right now. It just takes time.
People nowadays, like, it's a revenge cycle. It's people that'll kill you that don't gang bang. They family or friend or somebody. You feel me? So it's like sometimes the peace don't even be like on us, because we're not bigger. Nobody bigger than the card, you know. So it's like, all right, how is that one person right there just gonna say it's peace today, and then everything else is just peaches and cream?
I look at it like peace today is out just for the simple cause of the matter. Like, it hasn't been a long period of time without a death or without a retaliation or without another man, woman from a rival gang getting murdered. Show that you don't want to come to my hood and bust on me or knock me down. Let me show you the same thing. And then once we get that understood, then you can go about your level and go by my business. But it's a thing called leaders and followers. There's some leaders that's gonna be speaking peace. You're gonna have some leaders like, no, they done did too much. It's this history. This is what it is. So it's like, as much as you want peace, I just live life for my individual peace.
No, my response to that is, it's called ego.
Yeah.
That's ego. Your ego saying, I need to get this nigga.
Right.
What is your collective responsibility saying? It costs too much to get this nigga. Sometimes it costs too much. You know what the difference is? What he described right there is the difference between Henderson and Donzo.
Heroes didn't realize sometimes.
I gotta let that shit slide.
Well, not even that. Not even sometimes. Heroes didn't realize that every time the debt comes due.
Every time, and here's the catch. He's old enough to lose niggas. Yeah. Both of them niggas were old enough to lose somebody.
But Donzo's like,
fuck that. I'm banging.
Smoking these niggas, bro. Taking their eyeballs and everything.
No, but past that. You know what Donzo's first order was after he was in Doc? Because mind you, Houston was his friend.
Yeah.
Houston was his homie. His first thing was, so we at war with the sand. Before he was like, no, but Orochimaru killed the third. No, but the sand was in on it.
Yeah. So we killed the sand.
We smoking the sand niggas.
So now they came in and said, no, how about we actually ask the sand for help, and they can help us try to get Sasuke back. But we killed the sand.
But we killing the sand after. I at no point ever.
And the sand said, look, man, this was just a mission.
The sand was like,
but that's the dichotomy though, right? Because the sand was like, we didn't like hate the leaf.
But
It was
Orochimaru came with some bread.
Yeah.
And we were like, word. So we did it. But it wasn't like we beefing with the league. Now we're beefing with the league because they whooped our ass. But
I think the elite humbly beat our ass back into our corner of the map.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, humbly, like beat the ass back to the corner of the map.
Well, then that.
Not like we just disliked you, motherfuckers. We got paid. Y'all get paid to go to smaller villages all the time and
right.
beat niggas' ass all the time.
That was. And here's the catch. There ain't nobody like, oh, we at war with the league. I mean, niggas are always at war with y'all because y'all are the United States of Naruto, but still, it ain't like
we just trying to get paid.
I think we were
Kakashi and Guy took out half our forces, bro.
Like, right? Like by themselves, like it's an issue.
Joining a gang is a choice.
It is.
No, that ain't no choice.
I mean, yeah, I'm gonna step up to that.
Respect. I believe that at the very bottom of joining a gang is ultimately a choice. The power of influence is crazy, and it will
by virtue of joining the gang,
you chose to do that.
By virtue of joining the gang.
Well, we'll see. And then I don't remember pretty much the rest of what they talked about. They go on to different topics and stuff, but it doesn't get too much varied from there, or unless you like to see the rest of it here. But
I mean, I get, but I struggle with the sentence. Joining a gang is a choice. By virtue of joining the gang, you made a choice.
Well, I was talking
because you could have. I put like this.
You could have done anything else.
You could have died. No. You could have died.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we'll shoot you. We'll shoot your homie.
Do it.
I'm not joining the game. So whatever you do from this point moving forward is on you. But I'm not joining the game.
Not joining the game. So if you get down or lay down, I guess.
And I'm laying down. But Michael J. Smith,
made the choice.
I am not joining a game.
Yeah. Because and I make this argument all the time. Even if someone put a gun to your head, no one made you do anything.
You made a choice.
You made a choice. But I guess what I was saying from here on out, because they talk about a few more things. Yeah. It's only because it's getting a little bit later, and I would like to go deeper into. But like,
I feel like this will be a part 2. 19 part 2.
19 part 2.
Yeah.
Tomorrow.
Yeah.
Tomorrow.
Yeah.
Okay. Because like from what they talk about further on here, it's a little bit more nuanced subjects and stuff like that. But I was just getting your opinion on these.
Yeah,
bangers.
Yeah. There's just a few of those things where I'm just like, nigga, that like.
Yeah, because we've been going for this might be one of the longest SOULcasts, almost 2 hours.
Yeah.
Dang.
I feel like we had a longer SOULcast. The very first one I was a part of, we had a longer one.
Longer than 2 hours?
It clipped that 2 hours. It clipped that 2 hours. But as I was saying that. I guess what I'm saying here is that
Jubilee was still making video. Oh, Kuro's in the fucking chat.
And I understand why you're saying that, sir. You're saying that because they were proven to be so disingenuous early on by other people that it kind of diminished their reputation.
I think this is one of the most genuine,
but it's also not being led by them. Jubilee isn't leading it.
No, the bangers are talking right now. No. Any kind of final note you want to throw out?
Any kind of
because we will continue this video.
Yeah, because I guess what I want to say when it comes to this video and when it comes to gang banging is that it's always okay to choose living. And here's the catch.
Or nigga, shoot me.
No. Living is that's one point. Living is what you won't do. And when you make a decision as to what you won't do and you're willing to stand on that principle and die on that principle, it becomes so much easier to make those types of decisions. So ask yourself, before you do anything, is this a decision based on living or is it a decision based on surviving? And you'll be surprised at the decisions you make. it will almost astound you. It will astound you.
But if you survive only to get wrapped up in this, are you truly surviving?
Fuck,
Or are you postponing?
No, that's actually this. What they're describing is the ultimate act of surviving. I'm willing to sacrifice friends, family, arm and body, not even for a greater cause, for simply surviving.
We understand. It's not about your personal choice or your individual.
But it is. It is about your personal choice. Nigga, joining a gang is a choice. You have to seek that out to some degree. Large parts of that is you seeking that out.
You really do. And I agree with that. Like you don't just join gangs just because it's
you don't accidentally land in the League of Shadows. You have to look for the League of Shadows.
I'm still trying to find them motherfuckers.
You see what I'm saying? You gotta look for that. Hey, hell, to join the military. Yeah, hell, to join the military, you have to go to the recruiter. That's a choice you make.
I'm not gonna lie, the League of Shadows, that's a gang.
I would probably join them niggas. They seem live as fuck.
They seem like they got that shit done. Now, when I be burning cities now, no. But like, teach me how to be a ninja though.
But that boxing shit, I got you on that. I got you on that. You know what I'm saying?
But then I just pull a Bruce and betray you and take your teachings.
Nigga, I'm just not going to go around saying that.
Well, you can't be indoctrinated to the League until you kill a criminal and for like.
But killing the criminal, that ain't my place. That's all Bruce is saying. I love how Bruce was just like, nigga, that's not my place. Because
I'm not doing it. Yeah, I'm not doing it.
I'm not doing that because
he's like, I'll go back to Gotham. I'll fight men like this. I'll bring them to justice. I'm not.
But I'm not executioner. Like, that's not my place. It's just not my place.
I'm not doing that.
Not my place.
They took exception to that though. They hated the fact that he told them no. He's like, hey, thanks for the ninja training and all that shit, but I'm not. Maybe you should have me kill this nigga before I do the ninja training.
Yeah, y'all should test that out first. Y'all should know if I have the heart to kill a nigga before you teach me how to kill a nigga. Y'all might want to flip that. Round.
No, are we still down for this? Finishing this one off tomorrow? Yeah. And also, I might have another topic for you as well.
Yeah.
There's something else I want to get your opinion on.
Yeah, but what they're doing on the micro level is great. It's amazing on micro.
It could be a good start.
It's a great start. On micro level, it's a great start. It's just macro level. We gotta see how we got here and see how we're gonna get further. And a lot of this shit, you know how y'all can squash all this? How y'all can make it better? Y'all just gotta
stop shooting each other.
Well, stop shooting each other, but most importantly, y'all just gonna have to take your L's.
You lost, we lost.
Now that
you lost something, we lost something.
Move past that. What can we gain?
Community.
Great. Let's do it.
Kinship.
Great. Let's do it.
Fellowship.
Great. Let's do it. We gotta move past what we lost and what we gained and what we lost.
Especially most niggas don't even know what you lost. And now you're losing shit over something you didn't know you lost. Because your homie Trey died because he heard some nigga named Boogie died 5 years ago. He never met him. And we had to go get revenge for Boogie. And it's just like, who the fuck is Boogie? Oh, he was an OG. I don't know that nigga. Yeah. But we got to get him back. No. No, I'm not doing that. That doesn't make sense. I'm not about to go attack somebody because they wear a different color than me and live on a different block.
And kill a nigga who happened to wear my uniform. Like, nigga, that's not how that works. Like, all y'all have to do is embrace the fact that y'all both lost something. How we can move past that? What can we gain? Now, granted, it's easier to do that if you're the nigga who's been winning more than losing. Like, it's easy for
they both been losing so fucking much.
They both lost so much that it's hard to count. At some point, y'all just racking up bodies. When you've lost when most people don't remember why the war has started, it's time to end the war. Because now you just have countless revenge quests. You don't even have a war anymore. Because war is about sides.
War is revenge quest, though.
No. Hear me out. At least wars have sides.
You operate off of missions.
Wars have sides.
Yeah.
Wars have sides. When you don't remember
Points of contention. Yeah.
When you don't remember what's on what side, it's time for the war to end.
When you get to the point where you realize a lot of y'all agree on the same thing, but you're still killing each other.
It's time for this shit.
Like that one guy saying, "Yeah, I'm gonna die to gang violence and this and that and blah blah blah," because you can't let it go. You're talking to 3 people who you're saying, "Hey, I can't let it go." What if they took exception to that? You know, it's just. Now, granted, the whole purpose of this is for them to be civil with each other.
But still.
Right.
And here's the catch. I can fake civility, nigga.
Because you outside. Oh, man. Okay. Now, I definitely want to finish this video tomorrow, though.
Yeah.
And there's one more I want to let you see after this, but we'll let it go for right now. Anything you want to close the stream off with?
Well, like I was gonna say, I say it all the time. There's a difference between living and surviving, and you'll be surprised at the decisions you make when you want to live rather than survive. Living is about what you won't do. Surviving is about you'll do anything.
And that you can do.
And anything you can do becomes literally, at some point, anything you can do. Anything you can do doesn't stop at, hey, I want to do this or that. Anything you can do becomes prostitution and drug dealing real fast. Anything you can do becomes unethical and illegal and amoral real fast. Living is about what you won't do, man. So before you do anything, ask yourself, is it living or surviving that I want to do today? And you'll be surprised at what you will. You'll be surprised at the decisions that you make throughout your life. Just saying.
Well, that was Mr. Bennison's wise last words.
That's right.
At least for the 19 part 1.
Yeah, 19 part 1. I actually like 19 part 1.
I like that.
Because I can't even count it as 20 because we're still doing the same video. Still doing the same topic.
Yeah.
Legit the same video.
So would that be tomorrow or Saturday or?
I'll do it tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
I can do it tomorrow. And I have to check my next off day.
Okay. No, we'll finish that. It's only like 10 minutes left.
Yeah, okay.
I just want to make it to this restaurant because you still got to get home. So I just want to get to the restaurant and get that out the way and then get you home and everything. And so, So with that being said, look, it's your boy. It's SOULfist and Supervillain. And it's David Bennington right here. Keep in mind, we are SOULfist and Supervillain, also known as SOULfist the Supervillain, better known as SOULfist the King Soul, the young God Emperor. We here. We in this bitch. Stop. We are divinity in the flesh.
Wow.
We are.
Wow.
Yeah. No.
Wow. You are just that guy tonight. All right. Cool. We gonna be the realest niggas. Stop.
Yeah, we are divinity in the flesh. We are what you would refer to as a cosmic entity.
Wow.
We are a supreme being from another dimension.
I'm just a guy.
We can only be classified as something more than human.
I'm just a regular nigga in these streets.
He's a regular nigga in these streets.
Don't let him out. Like I really am just a regular nigga in these streets. I'm just a guy with I'm just here to spew my potentially dangerous rhetoric.
We are young gods.
Wow. If I can be just a nice guy, I just go with nice guy.
Nice guy. Not a super young swag guy.
I mean, that's cool if y'all listen. If ladies want to suck my dick, that's cool. I'm not asking y'all to go there. Like I'm just a guy.
I'm demanding it. So
wow, fucking wow.
Listen, guys don't need consent.
This thing is different. He's not from no, this nigga said good man don't need consent. Wow.
Alright, take it easy, guys. Hell Hydra, bro. Cut off 2 heads, 1 more would take his place.
This nigga crazy.